Good afternoon. Welcome to Panther News Network. It is Wednesday, February 26th. I'm Gabby Handcock.
And I'm Taneal Coleman. Here's your news for today.
For our local news here in Houston, two Harris County deputies are being praised for putting themselves in danger to stop a wrong-way driver on the East Freeway overnight. The Harris County Sheriff's Office said the collision happened on I-10 near the Lynchburg exit at about 1:30 a.m. Tuesday. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez said deputies Ayala and Blair were alerted to the driver going the wrong way and steered their squad cars into the path of the oncoming vehicle, colliding with it. Both deputies then got out and arrested the driver, who was not hurt. Investigators believe the driver, identified as 23-year-old Nathan Arivalo, was intoxicated. Gonzalez said Arivalo was booked into the Harris County Jail and is now facing DWI charges. Officials said the deputies involved in the crash are a little sore but otherwise okay. Obviously, with a high-speed crash like that, we are very lucky they were not seriously injured or killed, HCSO Sergeant B. Barnett said at the scene. This could have been a very bad situation. Kudos to our deputies for putting their lives on the line, preventing what could have been a fatality crash.
Billionaire Elon Musk issued an ultimatum to federal employees Saturday, saying in a post on his social media platform X that employees must respond to an email justifying the work they completed this week or resign. Federal employees have already begun receiving an email asking to summarize their work, sources familiar with the matter told NBC News. Though unlike Musk's post, it does not explicitly threaten a forced resignation. The email sent from the Office of Personnel Management and shared with NBC News asked employees to send approximately 5 bullet points listing what they accomplished this week, CCing their email managers. The email requested that employees not send any classified informations, linked or attachments, and said employees must respond by a deadline of Monday at 11:59 p.m. ET. Consistent with President real Donald Trump's instructions, all federal employees will shortly receive an email requesting to understand what they'd done last week.
Starting off with our PV News, on February 18th, nearly 100 student leaders, alumni, and representatives from several departments exemplified Prairie View A&M University with pride in Austin for PVAMU Day at the Capitol. The event provided a platform for students and alumni to engage directly with state legislators, advocating for funding and policy initiatives critical to institutions' continued growth and success. During their discussions with lawmakers, these PVAMU representatives focused on 4 key funding priorities: restoring institutional enhancement, strengthening the research enterprise, expansion of public and allied health programs, and Center for the Study and Prevention of Juvenile Delinquency. Amidst a bustling Capitol full of visiting groups, PVAMU students and alumni, in addition to musical performances by the PV Concert Choral and PV Jazz Band, left a lasting positive impression and understanding of the depth of excellence at Prairie View A&M University. State Senator Louise W. Kolhorst and State Representative Stan Kitzman presented resolutions acknowledging the university's excellence. Dr. LeGrand summarized the experience by saying, "Leading this esteemed institution on our journey to eminence fills me with pride daily, but PVAMU Day at the Capitol was truly special. Our students, alumni, and supporters painted a powerful narrative of our collective impact on the state of Texas."
In a shocking magnitude, more than 300 Prairie View A&M students have been without running water over the weekend due to an ongoing water outage. The students have been dealing with ongoing issues since February 14th and have been without water since Sunday, February 16th. The water outage has impacted the university's off-campus housing, including the Reserve at Richards Apartments and Panther Hill Apartments. The off-campus housing is not affiliated with Prairie View A&M.
This has been Panther News Network. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Thank you for staying with us. Here's your remaining news for today.
Continuing on to our HBCU news, the Trump administration has reopened applications for a federal scholarship that aids studying agriculture at historically black universities after outcry from lawmakers over its abrupt suspension last week. The HBCU Scholars Program, which was created in 1992, provides tuition and room and board for selected students pursuing degrees in agriculture, food, natural resource sciences, or related fields at 19 historically black schools across the country. 94 students received the scholarships last year. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, which administers the federal 1890 National Scholars Program through its Office of Partnership and Public Engagement, also known as OPPE, put the program on hold last week pending further review. But the program's USDA website was updated Tuesday to note that the application process has resumed. Eligible students can apply through March 15th. USDA's OPPE said its review has been completed, so applications were reopened. The application process was temporarily suspended pending review to ensure that the program, its mission, and its metrics ensure the most efficient use of taxpayer resources, a USDA spokesperson told The Hill. This review was completed late afternoon on Monday. The spokesperson added that the USDA has planned a public webinar next Tuesday for those who are interested in the program and other efforts to assist students with the application process. OPPE will continue to support applicants and selected scholars as they matriculate through the program, the spokesperson said, and I am pleased the Secretary has lifted the suspension of and reopened the application for the USDA 1890 National Scholarships Program. Representative Alma Adams said in a statement on the reversal, "This program has been in place since 1992, and I hope we can work together to address the real challenges and real opportunities for our 1890s and our HBCUs."
With each year, the HBCU Legacy Bowl gets better. Saturday's game at Yeoman Stadium in New Orleans was the best one yet in the 4 years since its inception. The 100-plus 2025 NFL Draft projects in attendance worked hard all week long, and the coaching staffs did an excellent job. It was a well-run event which drew representatives from all 32 teams for a week of competitive practices leading up to the game. I had an opportunity to witness it all in person leading up to our broadcast of the game on NFL Network and NFL Plus.
Finally, to end off with our entertainment happening today, Halle Berry is tired of standing alone in Oscar history. The star achieved a historic moment in 2002 when she became the first black woman to win Best Leading Actress at the Academy Awards. More than 2 decades later, Berry, who won for her role in Monsters Ball, says it's lonely to still be the only black performer to win an Oscars in the category. On a recent episode of Trevor Noah's What Now podcast, Berry said, "Even then, she knew the win was bigger than me." While several black actresses have won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar over the years, Wicked star Cynthia Erivo this year stands the chance to become the first performer since Berry to take home gold for a lead role. Berry, for one, hopes it comes past. "I hope this year someone stands next to me. This year, I hope it happens, because I'm tired of occupying that space alone," she told Noah on the podcast. "I hope this is the year. But even if it's not," the X-Men star said, "she was chosen in that moment to be a beacon of possibility, and I do think it served that purpose." Berry's win stands as one of the most unforgettable moments in Oscars history. That's been your news for today. Please stay tuned and watch for our Panther News Network team's daily segments. Take it away, you guys. Welcome to Org Spotlight, where we highlight one of the orgs here at PV with one of their representatives here. I'm Gabby Handcock, and I am welcomed here with...
Hi, my name is Aaliyah Fuller, and I'm the president of the Yoga Meditation Club, also known as YAMS.
Yeah, so do you just want to start that off real quick, just to explain just a little bit about the club in case other people don't know?
Well, the Yoga Meditation Club, also known as YAMS, we are a group of just peaceful people that just want to meet with other peaceful people and, you know, bring people in that don't know what they're talking about when it comes to yoga, bring people in that want to find inner peace, and people that just want to try something new.
Okay, so for the origin, I heard that Taylor Walters, she founded the club. So how did she go about finding the club? Like, what all did she do, or how did she start it really?
Well, she just felt like PV needed a space for people that just wanted to be mindful and just create a safe space for people, judgment free. So she looked up how to find and how to create an organization. She found an advisor, shout out to Dr. Lippert, on how to actually, like, you know, someone that supported her dream. So she made it happen. And I don't know, it's actually really nice.
Really? And so what position do you have? Do you have any position?
I'm the president of the organization.
Okay, cool. So what have you done as the president, a part of that club and everything, and how have you been able to kind of take over that role and also make this kind of like your home and your space?
Well, whenever,
Oh no, you're good, girl.
Oh, okay,
They're
okay.
just gonna be talking sometimes.
Okay,
It's
okay.
Yes.
I was scared, okay.
No, you're good.
I was scared.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
So you're the president, right, of
I
the
am.
club? So whenever you became president, how did you go about taking on that role, or what have you done to kind of make this kind of your space, you know, and everything?
I was a little scared when I took on the president role, but honestly, all I had to do was just, one, be myself, and two, make sure that I'm respecting our members, making sure they feel safe to come up to me with any questions, making sure my executive officers knew what they were talking about, also practice the flows at home and practice within themselves and doing yoga meditation. So taking on this role, I just felt like as long as I'm being myself, as long as I'm being that peaceful person that people can come up to, as long as I'm making sure this organization grows as a whole, is just how I just made it my home.
Yes, I love that. And so kind of, how has this benefited you in your life, or have you benefited any other people, really?
Honestly, it's been benefiting me to make sure I'm being consistent with my practice. I'm trying to do it as long, like 5 days a week, but really it's like 3. Maybe kind of even 4, you know, because of course I'm doing my Sunday morning meditation, and then I'm doing my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but it really just comes whenever I'm ready, whenever my body is ready to do some flow, whenever my body is ready to sit down and be silent with myself. And I've been influencing other people by just helping them know that this is a time for yourself. Whenever it comes to any events that we have, whenever it comes to any yoga classes, this is the time for you to be with you. Take that gratitude, sit with yourself, and understand what you're going through and mentally what you're going through.
So what kind of advice would you give to those who maybe aren't trying to join the club, but even if they are trying to join the club, what advice would you give them if they would just like a little help with that, or a little help with their practice and trying to do yoga or meditation?
I would say be open-minded. Like, be okay with being uncomfortable. Yoga is a very opening practice. It makes you very vulnerable. Like, you have to be in downward dog with people that you don't even know, or like child's pose where you're on your back and you're like, you know, it's very opening. And people are like, I don't really feel comfortable. I don't really want to do that. Just be open-minded and make sure that you're focused on yourself. All of this is for you. It's not for other people. It's not competitive. It's not judgment. Everyone is worried about themselves, and you do the same. So I would say do your research. If you want to really start your practice, go to different yoga events. See what they have like in Prairie View, in Houston. See what's around you. And also see if you like what you're seeing online. Look at some YouTube videos. That's how I started my yoga practice. And even see if there's, I don't know, people, your friends that like to do it, so you don't feel alone. So.
And I know we were talking a little bit before this and everything about how people were how people would be uncomfortable about that, or really don't know much about it. So what kind of would you tell those people who are a little uncomfortable, or say that they don't really know much about it?
I would say that yoga and meditation helps you with that self-awareness. It helps you with that mind-body connection, while meditation helps you with that introspective, helping you recognize those thoughts, making you go deeper into why you're thinking what you're thinking. It can help with mental clarity and mental focus. It can help you with, you know, intensifying your authenticity as well as your inner self and your